Yeah, because we've got a bit of time.
Because this is the closest town to the thing.
Oh, Belmore.
So they
Sorry? One.
Oh wow. Look at that, Eva. You're so busy looking at the trees. Look. Stop here a minute, this guy will stick photo. Look at that.
Construction started in 1853, was completed in 1856.
Some whiskey if you want. We've got some whiskey on that barrel over there. Thank you.
Happy that it's not raining today for the first time in a very long time. This is our outside bar. We are very small. We're owned by, however, a very large drinks company, Diageo. They own 29 malt distilleries in Scotland. Yes, a lot of nodding. Some of you done quite a lot of distilleries here. And how many would that be?
We're on the fourth one.
All right, no, sorry, no, a lot is about 50. Which we had some people this morning that had done about 50 distilleries. That's what we call a lot. And so I'm going to give you a wee bit of background. Some of you, 1980, it's gone down in our history books that we in Scotland created what they called a whisky loch. For the English on the tour, that word is lake. In other words, we had too much whisky. Nobody wanted it. People weren't drinking whisky. They were drinking vodka, they were drinking rum, but whisky, no. So what sadly happened as a consequence of that is that distilleries closed and some were demolished and are no more. If you come into this millennium, we've had more than 40 new malt distilleries open already in the last couple of decades. In the decade that we're in now, there's about another 40 in the planning. So our total at the moment is that we have 140 malt distilleries in production. In Scotland are still identical to this. They're 4 roller mills. The top rollers crack the barley open, the bottom rollers will literally crush it or grind it, and now it ends up looking something like this. And this, I'll just walk. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to shout really loudly. This is us, actually, so this is it just coming to an end. If you're touring distilleries in Scotland today, the mashing machines you'll see will have lids on them. They will be enclosed. They're called lighters. They have a hot water source inside them. They were a German invention of a spirit safe. Every distillery in Scotland will have one or many of these, and they are very safe because they're padlocked shut, and by law they have to be, because we haven't paid any tax yet on the spirit, so we can't help ourselves. Right up until 1987, the taxman lived at Lochnager distillery. Inside these old petrol pumps, the affairs here are original pumps that have been here for many, many years. The funnel and bucket that you see there are a very important part of the filling process. If you want to smell inside any of the casks at all, you're welcome, but just mind your clothes on them. What you're looking at here, these are all 500 litre sherry butts. They've all matured sherry, and then they've matured someone else's whisky. So they're not first fill casks, they're what we call refill. The reason we don't use first fill sherry casks at Lochnager is because of that light character that we create in the process. If you put that into a very active first fill cask, the wood is so powerful you'll lose your character far too quickly, too early on in the process. You want it to be a much more gradual affair. Now these have been made by hand. These are made from European oak. They've all got to be weighed first of all when they're empty, so they get rolled in, weighed on these lovely scales here, and then twice a week on a Tuesday and a Friday we take one of these pumps and the guys fill them full up to the top with the clear new make.
Okay.
I thought you were going for a swim. It sounded like you were splashing about. Decided that Lochnager could be its kind of jewel in the crown, so it decided to send people within the company, drinks ambassadors from all over the world. They do have a job. If you leave it in long enough, again, over time, the angels get the raw deal. They get the more volatile of the alcohols and the esters, and an older whisky should have lost all its fire and just become more mellow and smooth.
There's a raven on my bedpost on this cold and rainy night, and there's laughter from the downstairs. No one's there, I'm losing my mind. Love me, my Annabelle, my love of the night. Dark eye of Annabelle haunts me throughout the night. Well, I sat up and read some poems by a flickering candlelight, as a dog hangs outside my window on the strange and gloomy piece of ocean falls from my page as the pendulum descends in its swing. Leisure moves inside her coffin. Buried alive, I can still hear her screams. Love me, my Annabelle, my love, all night. Dark eyes of Annabelle haunts me throughout my life. Will I set up and read some poem by a flickering candlelight as a dog hound outside my window on the strange and gloomy night. Still this raven on my bedpost, with no doubt I'm losing my mind. Set to flame my book of poems on this strange and gloomy night. Love me, my Annabelle, my love, all night. Dark eyes of Annabelle haunts me throughout my life.
The painting is 17th century Dutch.
Set to flame my book of poems on the strange and gloomy night. Love me, my Annabelle, my love, all night. Dark eyes of Annabelle There's a raven on my bedpost on this cold and rainy night, and there's laughter from the downstairs.
The most famous ghost stories associated with this room.
Why?
1900 publication described it as an apparition of a lady dressed in green with a child in her arms. The author stated that the ghost had been seen in the memory of the present generations. Many sightings of spooky experiences have been reported since.
Tapestries.
Don't touch. The story persisted in the
Can't do it,
19th
cover.
centuries while alterations were taking place. Skeleton remains were discovered below the hearthstone. It had been a wild, stormy day now. In the deepening twilight, the clouds were gathering thicker, and the rising wind was howling among the turrets and battlements, and scattering the leaves of the chestnut and lurby trees, which swept along the lawns with their long branches. That was the beginning of the ghost story. Baby walkers. Children's chairs. Circular tables called a cricket table. Walkers. Children's chairs.
Why?
So here on the wall, on the ceiling, I mean, are the muses. This is a,
Yeah, that makes it easier.
So we're in 90s.